Well, good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the 2020 Western B Divisional Basketball Tournament. Loser out action this morning as it's your Bigfork Vikings taking on the Thompson Falls Blue Hawks. For the fourth time this year, they'll face each other, and the first time in this divisional tournament. How did the team get here last night? Well, yesterday in the semifinals, it was Bigfork taking on the chin 50-39 to our Lee. And they play at 9 o'clock this morning here in the high school. They'll take on Thompson Falls. Thompson Falls in loser out action yesterday at 10:30 was able to take care of Mission 62-59. And that puts Bigfork and Thompson Falls in today's ball game. And loser out action. Sorry, try to get everything. So, pregame brought to you by Gilliard Painting. Interior and exterior painting and staining, pressure washing, parking lot striping, property caretaking. Chip Gilliard, 1080 Swan Horseshoe Drive in Bigfork, 210-7794, or chipgilliard@yahoo.com. Well, the pregame show, I had a chance to talk with the head coach, John Hollow, the Bigfork Vikings. And this is what he had to say on the pregame show before this morning's game in loser out action. And here we go. Well, good morning and welcome to day 3 of the 2020 Western B Divisional Basketball Tournament. James LaFontaine here in Hamilton, Montana. And going to speak with the head coach of the Bigfork Vikings, Mr. John Hollow, as they get ready for a loser-out ball game, a tough loss against Arley. You can talk about that a little bit, but taking on Thompson Falls for the third time this year, you guys split on the season. Talk about the loss to Arley, first of all, and what in that game, or you learn from that game, they have to do better today.
Yeah, plain and simple, we just didn't take care of the basketball. I don't even want to say on air how many turnovers we had, but we had way too many, and frustrating, disappointing. I know the kids are disappointed. You know, we had a great opportunity, and it kind of let it slip through our hands, but it is what it is, and today we got a new day, and we've got to control what we can control and be ready to rock and roll here in about 40 minutes, 30 minutes.
Well, kind of like the girls yesterday, Thompson Falls had beat the girls twice, so it's hard to beat a team 3 times in 1 year. But in your case, you went to Thompson Falls and took care of business earlier in the year, winning by 5, 63-58. And then on senior night, you lost at home. And that game was by 6, 54-48. But you came back to beat them to make it third place here in your seeding for the tournament. And beat them by 6, paying the favor 54-48 as well. So you're 2-1 against them. What do you guys have to do against them, and then how do you guys match up against Thompson Falls?
Yeah, we got to do what we've needed to do against everybody this year. We've got to, take care of the basketball. That's got to be our number one priority. We've got to work the ball inside out, not outside in. I thought yesterday Arley really dictated what we did offensively, and we just got to do what we've done all year. This is a team we've played 3 times. They know what we do. We know what they do. This game's going to be about who wants to come out and who wants to keep playing. Straight up, I think whoever comes out with the most energy, with the most intensity, is going to win this game. These games are never pretty at 9 in the morning. It's hard to play this early in the morning, but again, who wants to keep playing and control their destiny or control what they can control to maybe get an opportunity to go to state still.
Yeah, that's true, because you play these games, but the kids have to understand, you win this game, you win the consolation championship, and depending on how the championship comes out, because there's 2 teams from the west side that go to state. Sometimes, in some years, we have 3, but that means there's a possibility of a challenge game and still that opportunity to go. But like you said, you got to take care of business first here against Thompson Falls, and then have a chance to win this ball game. We'll make the consolation championship, and they'll get to take on the winner of Anaconda and Loyola. That game will take place same time at 9 o'clock over in the middle school, and those 2 teams will meet this afternoon at 3 p.m., so hopefully you guys are one of them.
Yeah, right now we've got to control what we can control. Again, we got a lot of things on the line besides everything else. We still have a chance to earn a trophy. We still have an opportunity to finish over 500. You know, some of these were goals that we had at the beginning of the year. So, again, I hope we're ready to go. I love these guys. They've gave me everything they've got. They've been a fun group to be around, and I wouldn't rather go to battle with 12 other guys today. So I hope we can overcome the heartbreak that we had yesterday. These loser out games after you play in the semis are difficult, and you know we're gonna have to do enough early to stay in the game, and if we do that and be competitive and be intense and bring the energy, bring all the things guys don't want to do at 9 o'clock, we'll give ourselves an opportunity.
In that case, you know, you had a lot of young guys step up for you, some freshmen, Epperly, I think, and Gilliard coming on the court and getting a lot of minutes because it's a foul trouble and being down a couple players, you know, injuries and things. Do you look to your seniors? You know, in most cases, coaches will, in games like this, the seniors to motivate these kids and say, hey, they have next year, the other kids, but the seniors have no tomorrow.
Yeah, you do, and our younger kids really care about our seniors. I mean, that in the locker room yesterday, I heard more than once, sorry we let you down, we didn't get you to the championship game, to our seniors. So our younger guys care about our seniors. Our seniors are a great group of kids. You know, Asher right now might have a broken foot. We don't know. He's got it taped. He's playing on it. You know, he hasn't played a lot this tournament because his foot is bugging him so bad, but he's been a great leader. You know, Colt is who Colt is. Wyatt Reichenbach has really stepped up in the last 3 weeks. So, yeah, we're going to go. I've said this since day one. We're going to go as far as our seniors take us, and our seniors have put us in a great position. Again, we let one, I feel, slip away last night, but bygones be bygones. You can't sit and dwell on it. So,
do you think that some of that, you know, because you never really got to play Arlie during the regular season, so you didn't know the game tempo and how the pressure they put on you guys? And,
you know,
I mean, you guys break that press, and then I mean, you could take it to the whole game, but you don't really want to run with the team like that, you know, and slow things down.
You know, we played other teams' mission presses. Anaconda, the team we played the night before, presses pretty hard. So I wish I could blame it on not playing them and stuff. I just feel like we just didn't do a good job of executing. I felt like it was a semifinal game for 12 kids that have never been in a semifinal game before. We looked a little deer in headlights last night, and it took us some time to get set in, and I thought once we got to halftime with that, we'd be all right. But again, we weren't, and we just got to take care of what we can take care of today, and hopefully some things fall into place.
So I say, and I used to tell my kid when he pitching, you know, it's the next pitch up. So you flush that game behind you, you learn from it, and you get ready for today, because today is now, and you got to take care of first things against Thompson Falls without thinking on to the Constellation Championship. But, you know, I have just enjoyed watching you coach and work with these kids, and the kids this year, you know, I've known most of them. I've coached them, a couple of them back in the day, and you're like, Wyatt Reichenbach has really stepped up and changed his game, you know, since I had him back in 5th and 6th grade. And so I really look forward to a great game from you guys, and a battle with Thompson Falls today, you know, and I know you guys will leave it on the court. And thanks for joining me, you know, all the time on the pregame show. And like I told Courtney yesterday, I says, I really like talking to you on the postgame. So hopefully an opportunity to do that again today. And then we'll look to see what happens. You guys take care of business, and, you know, move on to the next one.
Yeah, I promise you this, our kids are going to show up today. Let me rephrase that. Our kids are going to play hard today. They've played hard all year. They've represented our school, our community with great class. So I can promise you that today. They're going to show up and they're going to play hard, and they're going to give themselves an opportunity. And thanks for all you do. Thanks for coming. And I know the kids enjoy it. I know the community enjoys it. And let's have a great day.
Oh, it's so much fun for me, you know, and, you know, I always get a really good seat to the game when I get to do this, so to watch the kids, and it's fun. I love basketball, and I like watching these kids play, and it's fun, whether they win or lose. But like you said, they play hard all the time. So, Coach Hollow, thanks again on a great season. Let's continue this on, like Ernie Banks used to say in baseball. Let's play two more, right? Yeah. And so, thank you again for your time and joining me on the pregame show, and good luck today, this morning against Thompson Falls.
Absolutely, thank you. Appreciate everything.
All right, that was the head coach, John Hollow, getting ready to play a loser-out game against Thompson Falls this morning here at 9 o'clock at Hamilton, Montana, 2020 Western B Divisional Basketball Tournament. James LaFontaine, the voice of the Mikes and Vals, with you early here this morning after a late night last night. If you didn't catch that, the Valkyries with a 47-46 one-point win against the Thompson Falls Lady Bluehawks, who they lost to twice during the regular season, able to take care of it, and they'll be in the championship game tonight at 7:30. Well, the Vikings battling right now. They are 2-1 against Thompson Falls, beating Thompson Falls there back on January 17th, 63-58, so by 5. When they came home on senior night, and on the 15th of February, lost 54-48, but repaid the favor in the third and fourth place game at the districts in Libby and won 45-36 in that ball game. And here, that brings us to today. And Bigfork getting ready to play Thompson Falls to get ready for the national anthem, introductions, and all that. And I'll be back momentarily with your starting lineups from Hamilton, Montana. Well, welcome back to Hamilton, Montana. A few tired fans for both Bigfork and Thompson Falls as they had the late game last night in girls action. And right back here this morning, loser out action, like they say. Vikings will be in their blue uniforms with gray lettering and gray striping. Thompson Falls in the home uniforms, white with gold numbers. Ready here to play today. And we'll do the national anthem, and like a good veteran, I'll keep quiet during the anthem so you can join in. All right, we're about ready to get things underway. And the starting lineup brought to you by the Montana Athletic Club. First, the starters for the Thompson Falls Bluehawks. It'll be the Schrader brothers. Nathan Schrader, wearing number 3, a 5'10" sophomore. His brother Ryan, a senior at 5'8", wearing number 4. Ethan Brown, a 6'2" senior, number 14. A 6'2" senior, number 15, Jack Green, and a 6'4" post junior, number 44, Cody Burke, for head coach Jake Mickelson, assisted by Sean Morgan and Scott Pardee. And looking at the Vikings with the same starters that they had throughout the tournament, captain Colt Thorntis, a 6'7" senior wearing number 1. A 6'2" senior, number 3, Wyatt Reichenbach, who's been playing really good here in the tournament. At 5'7", the point guard, number 11, number 5, number 5, Walker Fisher. The freshman at 6'1", number 21, Isaac Epperly, sealed the game in the first round with free throws and 12 points in the fourth quarter in the first ball game. And a 6'1" junior, number 23, Isaac Bjorgi, who's been playing really hard, banging the boards for Coach John Hollow. This is by Bronson Harker and Jimmy Epperly. The managers for the Blue Hawks, Jordan Duvall, and the managers for the Vikings, Alec Taylor, Kiara Mara, and Dana Sari. So we'll get ready to go here. Starting lineups, once again, brought to you by the Montana Athletic Club. Features, new things going on at the MAC. We got the MISA Functional Training Area, 2,500 square feet of functional training area featuring indoor turf, power racks, more free weight suspension training, and Quincy rig and a new cardio deck. A jungle gym daycare. Also a new recovery room, all at the Montana Athletic Club. Northwestern Energy. Well, electrifying. Montana high school sports are electrifying, but Northwestern Energy doesn't want you to be. Be careful with your overhead power lines. Always assume a down power line is dangerous. Don't take chances with your safety. Call Northwestern Energy. Their workers are trained to handle electricity safety. Northwestern Energy, we care about your safety. We're ready for tip-off. We got Ray Baumgartner as one of the officials. Jamie Burr this morning as well. And Corey Cutler out of Butte. Thorntis against Burke, tipping it off. Thorntis easily wins the tip, tips it back to Epperly. And we're underway here in Hamilton, Montana. Over to Walker Fisher. It'll go back to Epperly, top of the key. Reichenbach. Bigfork slowing down, spreading things out. Reichenbach over to Fisher. Fisher looking to bust that three-point. Drops it in to Colt Thorntis. Thorntis nearly throws it over, but the 6'3" Reichenbach gets up and gets it. Epperly on the drive. Up and under. Colt Thorntis with the rebound. Puts it back up with the left hand. Off the backboard and good. And the Vikes with an early 2-0 lead and pressure put on by Bigfork. Full court. Schrader dribbling it up through everybody. Takes it all the way to the basket. Throws it off the backboard. No good. Burke with the rebound. Puts it back off. Colt Thorntis tips it out. And brought out there by number 15, Jack Green. And Green gets the basketball back, feeds it back out to Schrader. Ryan gives it over to Nathan. Back to Ryan. Back to Nathan over on the corner to Ethan Brown. Brown looking on the right wing. We'll give it out to Nathan Schrader, top of the key. Over to Ryan in the corner. He'll send it up to Jack Green, left corner. Underneath, trying to give it to Cody Burke. Cody Burke blocked by Thorntis. And Reichenbach comes up with a loose ball. He'll bring it up the court for Bigfork. Gives it up to Walker Fisher. Epperly quickly trying to go into Colt Thorntis. Thorntis throws it away. Gives it up to Schrader. Up to Ryan Schrader from Nathan Schrader. Goes up, blocked there by Wyatt Reichenbach. And Fisher comes down with it. Reichenbach gets the pass from Fisher on the left wing. Out to Epperly, top of the key. Driving is Epperly. Takes it in. Shoots the floater. Drains it for two. And a 4-0 Viking lead early with 6:23 to go. Schrader quickly up the court. Nathan, that is, driving right at Colt Thorntis. Three-point shot on the way. Misses everything. And Reichenbach runs it down. The missed shot by Ryan Schrader. And a quick 30-second timeout taken here by the Vikings with 6:14 to go. Montana. James LaFontaine, the voice of the Vikes of Al, is glad to join you here today over on the sideline opposite of the scores table. Sitting here by myself on the media table. Most of the fans sitting on the far side behind the scores table. Thompson Falls on my right side. Bigfork on the left. The Vikings heading left to right on your dial. And Thompson Falls will head right to left. Into Epperly from Fisher. Epperly gets it back to Fisher. Back to Epperly in the corner with Colt Thorntis in the right corner. 6'7", drops it underneath the right. Reichenbach knocked away. Thorntis comes up with the loose ball. Feeds it out to Epperly at the top of the key for the Vikes. Epperly underneath the Thorntis. Thorntis looking. Shoots a left-handed hook off the backboard. Misses it off the right side. And Green comes up with a rebound for Thompson Falls. Schrader. He'll give it over to Green. Or check that. to Ethan Brown. Brown gives it back to Schrader. Nathan Schrader guarded by Walker Fisher. Over to, I got to pick up a loose ball here. Busy work. Pass intended for Nathan Schrader, Ryan Schrader goes out of bounds, and turnover to Bigfork with 5:29 to go. Thorne is out of the ball game, and Bryce Gillard will come in for Bigfork, along with Wyatt Duke and Asher Van Kampen. And in for Thompson Falls, number 5, Justin Morgan. Bjorgi on the right wing gives it up to Gillard. Gillard kicks it out. Epperly, top of the key. Also, Sidney Akindi in the ball game, number 2 for Thompson Falls. Gives it up to Gillard, and Akindi is going to get called for the foul as Gillard takes the ball at the free throw line, and he's fouled on the play by number 2, Sidney Akindi. Their first foul on him and first team foul. Gillard gets it in. Wyatt Duke, 3-point shot by Asher Van Kampen from the corner, off the rim, and no good. Epperly there tips it out to himself, and we'll give it up to Bjorgi, back to Epperly, over to Van Kampen. Top of the key, Epperly setting things up. He'll give it out to Wyatt Duke. Wyatt Duke down to Van Kampen on the left wing. Van Kampen looking to drive, guarded by Akindi. We'll give it over to Epperly. Epperly inside to Gillard. Gillard far side, throws it out in the corner to Duke. Duke pass stolen by Akindi, intended for Van Kampen. Akindi goes in with the left hand and scores for Thompson Falls. At a 4-2 ball game, 4:35 to go here in quarter number 1. Quickly up, Van Kampen. He'll give it back to Epperly in the backcourt. Epperly in the corner to Wyatt Duke. In the right corner, back out to Epperly, top of the key. To Bryce Gillard. Gillard looking over to Van Kampen on the left wing. He gives it to Isaac Bjorgi. Nice up and under move by Bjorgi, but can't put it down and run down by Bjorgi. Runs down his own rebound. Gillard gets it from Epperly. Tries to feed Duke underneath and stolen away by Green for Thompson Falls. Green comes up the court. A little bit of energy this morning here for these two teams playing early. Akindi, 3-point shot on the way by Nathan Schrader is good by Thompson Falls off the right wing, and they take a 5-4 lead with 3:55 to go. Into Epperly, back to Van Kampen, up to Bryce Gillard across the timeline. He'll give it back to Van Kampen over on the left side. Van Kampen up to Epperly. Van Kampen top of the key. Gillard on the left wing, back to Asher Van Kampen. Gillard, left wing, gets it from Van Kampen, back to Asher. Epperly on the right side, baseline to Bjorgi, and a blocking call on Green as Bjorgi tries to drive the baseline. That'll be the first personal on Jack Green. Second team foul on Thompson Falls. And number 33, Trey Fisher in the ball game for Thompson Falls. Colt Thornus comes back in for Bigfork. Feeds it in Thornus. Thornus right there. Puts it on the ground. Shouldn't have. Gabe Grundy also in for Bigfork. Akindi coast to coast with left hand. Misses it. Throws it off. Rebound put back up by Green. Misses, and Akindi comes down with it. Schrader to Akindi in the corner. To Morgan. Morgan on the drive, and a blocking call on Bigfork as Gabe Grundy, I believe, is going to get the call. And that is the first personal on Gabe Grundy. First team foul on Bigfork. Schrader to inbound. Gets it over to Morgan. Morgan in the corner. Going to drive it out to the top of the key. Visit over to Akindi. Akindi on the right side. Morgan on the left side. Guarded by Epperly. Over to Green. Back to Morgan. Schrader. Akindi. Back to Schrader. Down the corner to Green. Green kicks it out to Fisher. Fisher over to Morgan. Morgan shot by Green off the backboard, left-handed, banks it in for two, and a 7-4 lead with 2:42 to go on the UPS Store scoreboard. Van Kampen gives it back to Epperly in the backcourt. Van Kampen will dribble across the timeline for Bigfork. Gives it over to Epperly. Epperly on the right side, 2:27 to go here in quarter number 1. Gillard underneath, tries to field Thornus and throws it too high, and Colt cannot handle the pass. Early substitutions try to keep fresh legs out there for Coach John Hollow. Fisher, Reichenbach come back in the game, and checking in is number 11, Kyle Folwick for Bigfork. Schrader in the backcourt gives it up to Morgan. Morgan back to Schrader. Up to Green. Green looking to drive. Gets under Kendi. Go up and traveling violation as Trey Fisher tries to get Colt Thortis up in the air, and he drags that pivot foot, and a turnover by Thompson Falls. Bigfork basketball. Into Fisher, backcourt, we'll give it over to Fulwick. Fulwick dribbling across the timeline for Bigfork. He'll give it out to Fisher. Fisher at the top of the key. Back over to Fulwick. Fulwick on the right side, feeds it to Reichenbach, tries to get to Grindy, stolen away by Morgan. Akindi looking to drive all the way. Fulwick. Commits the foul, and Akindi sinks the bucket, and he'll go to the line to shoot one. That foul's on number 11, Kyle Fulwick, his second team foul. And Akindi will go to the line to shoot the N1, and checking in, number 14, Brown rechecking in for Thompson Falls. So Akindi trying to complete the three-point play the old-fashioned way, puts the free throw up and good, and a 10-4 lead for Thompson Falls. Reichenbach to Fisher. Over to Reichenbach, right wing. Looking underneath, finds Fulwick. Fulwick drives. And out of bounds as he loses it, goes up, hits the rim, and grabs the rebound but loses it out of bounds. Burke returning for Thompson Falls. Returning for the Vikings, number 23, Isaac Bjorgi. And Schrader will get it into Akindi. Akindi kicks it up quickly to Brown. Brown looking, and he's going to off a Bigfork out of bounds. It'll remain Thompson Falls basketball. Schrader to inbounds for Thompson Falls under their own basket. In the corner to Burke. Burke in the right corner, trapped by Fulwick. Kicks it out to Morgan, over to Akindi. Back to Schrader on the left wing. Back to Akindi, top of the key. To Schrader, a long three-point shot on the way. Off the rim and no good. Right there, battling for it. It's Bigfork. And a held ball. By Reichenbach and Schrader, and the arrow points towards Thompson Falls. I don't know, own basket, Schrader will inbound. Gets it out to Morgan. Morgan in the left corner, knocked away, slapped away by Bjorgi. Reichenbach comes up with a loose ball in Bigfork basketball. 1:11 to go here in quarter number one, and the Vikings trail 10-4 after early 4-0 lead. They haven't scored. Fisher trying to get it to Colt underneath. Throws it to Colt and loses it out. Fulwick saves him going out of bounds to Bjorgi on the left side. He'll kick it out to Fisher. Passing not crisp early by the Vikings. Fulwick gives it up to Bjorgi. Bjorgi looking to drive on Burke. Burke and Bjorgi is going to travel. And a turnover by Bigfork. Ryan Schrader comes in from Morgan for Thompson Falls. Once again, this is loser out action between Bigfork and Thompson Falls, and Schrader travels. A good call. He catches the basketball, wasn't ready to dribble, and turns it over here early. So 42.2 to go, 10-4. The Vikings trail. Epperly will come in for Fulwick here in quarter number one. 10-4, Thompson Falls leads under Bigfork Village floor scoreboard. In the corner, Epperly, three-point shot from the left corner, short. And Bjorgi right there picks up the rebound, puts it up. He's fouled by Burke, and the bucket counts, and they go to the free throw line to try to complete the three-point play the old-fashioned way. So 10-6 now, 37.7 to go here in quarter number one, and Bjorgi to the line to shoot the N1. Shot up is good, completes the three-point play, and a 10-7 ball game. Thompson Falls leads on your Bigfork Harvest Food scoreboard. Schrader gets it from Akindi. Akindi over to Brown. Brown back to Akindi, over to Brown on the right wing. Back to Akindi, top of the key. Schrader, Ryan Schrader that is. Ryan out there, top of the key, back to Brown. Brown, Akindi, Schrader. Will give it up to, try to give it up to his brother Nathan, guarded there by Fisher. And Brown with the basketball. Back to Akindi, looking underneath is Schrader, Ryan Schrader, looking for the last shot. Thompson Falls. Akindi looking to drive, throws up a shot off the rim and no good, and knocked out of bounds by Thompson Falls. Burke, it'll be Bigfork basketball. And they got .3 to go here in the first quarter. Just inbounds it. Epperly throws it. Wouldn't have counted. Throws it the length of the court. And 1 quarter complete on your Giger Painting scoreboard. It is the Thompson Falls Blue Hawks 10 and your Bigfork Vikings 7 as we head to quarter number 2. I'll be back with quarter number 2 here from Hamilton, Montana on BFSD Events, your Vikings headquarters for basketball here at the 2020 Western B Divisional Basketball Tournament. All right, once again, welcome back to Hamilton, Montana. James LaFontaine, the voice of the Vikes that I was with you. Loser out action. The Vikings get the basketball to start the second quarter. We got Reichenbach, Epperly, Bjorgi, Thornus, and Fisher in to start the second quarter. Tipped away by Akindi out of bounds. Akindi along with the Ryan Schrader, Brown, Green, and Burke in the ball game for Thompson Falls. Right wing to Colt Thornus. Back out to Epperly, top of the key. Swinging over left side to Reichenbach. Fisher gets it underneath. Kicks it out to Epperly. Epperly on the drive. Floater. Floats around, jumps up. And Bjorgi comes up with a rebound as Colt Thornus tips it out. Bjorgi will bring it to the top of the key. Gives it up to Epperly. Ryan Schrader all over Epperly. Trying to apply pressure. Over to Reichenbach. Back to Fisher on the right wing. Fisher, Epperly, Colt Thornus kicks it over. Reichenbach, three-point shot on the way. Drains one from the left side. That's a good sign for Bigfork, and we're tied at 10 apiece. On your Montana Athletics scoreboard, Akindi gets it from Schrader. Over to Green. Green, pressure put on. Burke, right back to Green. Green up and under. Scores a left-handed layup on the give and go. A nice pass from Cody Burke. And he'll go to the line to shoot the N1 as they lead 12-10 on your Montana Athletic Club scoreboard. So Jack Green to the line to shoot the N1. That's the first personal on Colt Thornus and the third team foul on the Vikings. Shot up, misses it. And Akindi battles underneath. He gets a rebound for Thompson Falls. Excuse me, they'll get another shot. Green gets it over to Schrader. Over to Brown. Brown. Back to Ryan Schrader in the ball game. Nathan's on the bench. Gives it to Green. And over to Brown. Brown. Schrader back to Brown. Brown top of the key looking. Over to Ryan Schrader. Schrader will give it up to Brown. Back to Schrader. Over to Green. Green right wing looking to drive. Brings it to the top of the key. Feeds it back door to Ryan Schrader. Goes up. Ryan Schrader. And that may be the second personal on Colt Thornus. And it's either on Thornus or it's on Bjorgi, and it's on Colt. Colt's second, fourth team foul. And Ryan Schrader goes to the line shooting 2 for Thompson Falls. Rolls the first one in. And a 13-10 lead. Nathan Schrader comes in replacing Brown for Thompson Falls. Up, short, misses. Reichenbach comes up with a rebound for Bigfork. Gives it over to Bjorgi, back to Epperly. Epperly, guarded by Ryan Schrader. Brings it across the timeline. The freshman, Epperly, gives it over to Fisher. Back to Epperly. Left corner to White Reichenbach. Reichenbach feeds Bjorgi. Bjorgi quite can't handle it. And loose ball on the floor. Akindi comes up with it. Kicks it up quickly. Green gives it from Schrader. Lays it up left hand. And 2 points for Thompson Falls from Jack Green's 2-point score from Schrader. Epperly quickly up to Bjorgi. Bjorgi right wing. Looking underneath. Trying to get it in Thornus. He's got position on Burke. and they can't get the ball into him. 15-10, Thompson Falls lead. Fisher over to Reichenbach, to Epperly, top of the key. Fisher, three-point shot from the left side is good. About 3 feet outside the three-point ring, drains it and pulls the Vikes within 2 at 15-13. Schrader, Nathan over to Ryan. Akindi, top of the key, back to Schrader. In the corner, Green looking to drive. Looking to get into Burke, gets it over back to Ryan Schrader. Akindi, and he travels as he takes off before dribbling. And it'll be turned over to Bigfork. Gilliard and Folwick back in the lineup for Bigfork. And Thorness will sit down along with Bjorgi. Needed a break. Epperly in the backcourt with the basketball, guarded by Schrader. Oh, gives it over to Fisher. Fisher guarded by Akindi. Epperly. Across the timeline in the corner to Kyle Folwick. Right corner, and Folwick will travel as he takes a step back. Not a lot of playing time for Folwick, so a little nervous this morning. Schrader inbound to Akindi, back to Schrader, back to Akindi. Akindi out near half court, brings it across the timeline at the top of the key. He'll feed it over to Green. Green left wing, back out to Akindi, to Ryan Schrader. Schrader over to Akindi. Back to Green. Green on left corner. Guarded by Folwick, Cody Burke. And a 3-second violation called on Thompson Falls as Burke is camped inside there. And returning for Thompson Falls, it'll be Trey Fisher, number 33. And for the Vikes, number 0, Asher Van Kampen. Epperly gets it in from Reichenbach. Over to Van Kampen. Over to Epperly. Epperly dribbling up the right side, throws it in the corner. Folwick. Right corner. He's got to get it out. Gets it out to Reichenbach. Reichenbach gives it over to Epperly. Reichenbach, top of the key near half court. Back to Epperly. Over to Van Kampen. Van Kampen underneath Gilliard. Shot on the way. Off the rim. Bounces Reichenbach right there. Puts it off the glass. And it rolls around and drops and ties the ball game at 15 apiece on your UPS scoreboard. Over to Schrader. Green on the left wing. Back out to Schrader, top of the key. Over to Green. And Thompson Falls will take a timeout. So UPS scoreboard says 3:55 to go till halftime. And we're tied at 15 in loser out action here from Hamilton, Montana. And a 30-second timeout taken by Thompson Falls. The winner of this ball game will move into the 3 o'clock consolation championship this afternoon. And they'll take on the winner of Anaconda and Loyola. That's taking place over at the middle school right now this morning as well. I'll give more of your details on what's going on today in action. So Reichenbach, Gilliard, Folwick, Van Kampen, and Epperly. Officials timeout. Fix something there. Schrader will give it over to right wing to Green. Back to Schrader, top of the key. Back to Nathan Schrader on the left wing. Nathan thought about the three-point, gives it to Akindi. Back out to Ryan Schrader. Over to Green. Schrader, top of the key. Ryan. Over to Nathan. Back to Ryan. Nearly stolen by Van Kampen. Out to Green. Green fakes a three-point shot. Brings it down. Gives it up to Ryan Schrader. Schrader over to Green, right wing, back to Schrader. Moving the basketball over to Nathan on the left wing. In the corner, Akindi, three-point shot on the way by Akindi. The backboard right. Wyatt Reichenbach with a heck of a rebound there. Battling the 6'3" senior, doing a nice job on the boards. Gives it up to Epperly to Van Kampen. Epperly. Back to Van Kampen. Over the left wing to Wyatt Reichenbach. Reichenbach looking underneath. Gives it over to Epperly, left wing. Down in the corner. Nice job there as Gilliard feeds forward. Crashing to the basket, and Green steps in and gets the blocking call. And that'll be the second on Jack Green. And the fourth team foul. Justin Morgan and Ethan Brown come back in for Thompson Falls. Forward, top of the key, over the right wing White Reichenbach. Back to Fulwick. Fulwick loses it, and Kinney's right there to take it away. He's very, very quick. And Gilliard tries to take the charges. McKinney goes crashing in, misses the layup, but he'll go to the free throw line to shoot 2. Fulwick couldn't handle the pass. It dribbles away, and Akindi just takes it and goes the length of the floor. First personal on Gilliard, 15 foul. Kennedy's first shot up and good, breaks the tie at 16-15, 2:48 to go till halftime. Akindi will get one more for Thompson Falls. Puts the shot out off the front rim, no good, and Epperly comes up with it. Epperly's fouled. That will be the first on number 33, Trey Fisher. I thought it might be the second on Akindi, but first on Fisher, 15 foul. And timeout taken by Thompson Falls. Thorness will come back in for the Vikings. 2:45 to go to halftime. Thompson Falls up by 1. 16-15 on your Bigfork Village Florist scoreboard. And loser out action this morning. Loser is done. That's going to wrap up their season. The winner will play in the Consolation Championship at 3 o'clock, and an opportunity, if there is a possibility, to challenge for the second spot to state. Reichenbach will inbound for Bigfork in the backcourt. He's looking, gives it into Epperly. Epperly guarded by Nathan Schrader. Dribbles it up the right side. Over to White Reichenbach, right at backbot. Looking back out to Fisher near half court. Looking to set it up is Fisher. Fisher over to Epperly. Epperly dribbles to the top of the key. Takes it by Schrader. Epperly looking up, under, drives off the backboard, no good. Thorness right there, tips it out. Fisher comes up with it. And he'll bring it back out to Epperly. Set it up one more time. Epperly. Looking, driving left-handed. And knocked away by Schrader. Schrader's going to run the court. But the pass is too long for Nathan Schrader. And it'll be Bigfork basketball. Cody Burke back in for Thompson Falls. He'll replace Trey Fisher. Bigfork inbounding. Gives it up to Epperly. Epperly, they're going to clear out. Epperly's going to bring it up the court with left hand. Schrader right there. Nice screen by Wyatt Gilliard. Gilliard, three-point shot from the top of the key, off the rim, no good, but Reichenbach right there puts it up off the glass. Colt Thorness tries to tip it in. And they're going to call the third personal, or check that, maybe third personal on Colt Thorness. Shot up, three-point shot, no good. Reichenbach comes up with a rebound on a shot there by number 14, Ethan Brown. Colt trying to get out of the game so he can pick up a fourth here in the first half. Epperly, 1:24 to go. 16-15 still the lead. Feeds it underneath. Gilliard up and under. Nice pass by Colt Thorness as Gilliard cuts the baseline, and Bigfork takes the lead by 1, 17-16. Akindi over to Schrader. Knocked away by Reichenbach underneath to Cody Burke. And nice job by Colt as he stands there and takes the charge. Player control foul on number 44, Cody Burke. That is his second 16 foul. And coach will get Thorness out of the game with 3. Epperly will bring it up. 1 minute to go here in the first half. Fisher throws his pass short, intended for Gilliard. And Brown intercepts, but Gilliard's going to commit the foul on the backside. That'll put Thompson Falls in a 1-on-1 situation. A bad pass there by Fisher. Didn't quite get it up and over the top, trying to get it to Gilliard. And Gilliard will pick up his second 17 foul at the line. Ethan Brown to shoot a 1-on-1. Reichenbach right there. Burke over the top. Reichenbach blocked there by Bjorgi. Epperly comes up with it. And 50 seconds or less going here in the first half. and 17-16 on your Bigfork Harvest Food scoreboard. The Vikings lead. Over to Eppley, top of the key, gives it to Gilliard. Out to Fisher. Fisher thought about the three-point shot, but the pass was kind of off, so it couldn't be set. This time he's set. Launches a three from the left wing. Misses everything, and Brown will come up with the rebound. Quickly up. Gives it up to Morgan. Morgan over to Kendi. Kendi on the drive. Throws something up. Off, and Wyatt Reichenbach coming up with a huge rebound for Bigfork. 10 seconds, Fisher with the basketball till halftime. Fisher looking. Give it up to Reichenbach. Reichenbach driving out to Epperly. Epperly on the drive. Fisher in the corner, gives it up to Epperly. Epperly throws it up at the buzzer. And no good as it falls off the rim. So a low-scoring first half here from Hamilton, Montana in the 2020 Western B Divisional Basketball Tournament. On your Gilliard Painting scoreboard, it is 17-16. The Vikings lead at halftime. And I'll be back with your halftime stats here from Hamilton, Montana, as the Vikes lead 17-16 on your Gilliard Painting scoreboard. All right, welcome back to Hamilton, Montana, as the Vikes lead at halftime 17-16. And halftime brought to you by the UPS Store. For all your printing and shipping needs, 439 Grand Avenue in Bigfork at 837-2002. Brad Stoddshill and the gang down at the UPS Store. Thank you for sponsoring Bigfork Athletics. And taking a look at your halftime stats as the Vikings lead by 1 in a low-scoring ball game. And for Thompson Falls, Akindi was 8, 2 or 3 from the line, 3 in the first quarter, 3 in the second, and a total of 6. Nathan Schrader with a big 3 with 3 points. Ryan Schrader 1 or 2 from the line with 1, 4 by Jack Green. They scored 10 in the first, 6 in the second. That gives them 16 for the first half. And for the Vikings, Colt Thornus with 2. White Reichenbach, nice 3, finally hitting one from the left wing. 5 in the second quarter, 5 total. Fisher, nice 3 as well, and they need to hit more of those. So he has 3 points. 2 by Bryce Gilliard, 2 by Isaac Epperly, 3 by Bjorgi. 7 in the first, 10 in the second. So Bigfork takes the lead in the first, carries it over as they tie him up 10-10 in the second quarter and leaves 17-16 on the UPS scoreboard. And halftime brought to you by the UPS Store. Well, get ready for a second half. What happens here? I don't know if you caught that last night, but your Valkyries are in the championship game tonight, taking on the Loyola Breakers. What happened in semifinal action last night at 6:30, Loyola with a 1-point win over Florence. And actually it was 4 points, and Florence came down the floor, nailed a 3 to bring that 1-point margin as Florence pushed Loyola to the breaking point and slowed things down, as Loyola usually scores in the 60s or 70s. So they're one half of the championship bracket. The other half is your Vikings. They held on for a 47-46 ball game. They were up 45-44 with about 7 seconds to go when Santa Steven was fouled. She goes to the line. She drains both, puts them up 47-44, which was key. So Thompson Falls had to come down and make a 3. They came down. They contested 3 by Pardee. Misses off the side. And Baxter comes up with the rebound, puts it right back up for 2. And the final margin of 47-46. So that'll be Loyola and Bigfork playing for the girls' championship tonight at 7:30. Battling for the consolation championship at 10:30 this morning. Eureka takes on Thompson Falls in girls action at 10:30. Florence takes on Anaconda. The winners of that will move in the consolation championship at 4:30 this afternoon. On the boys' side, well, it was our lead 50-39 over Bigfork. So they moved to the championship, taking on Deer Lodge, a 49-41 winner. And they'll play Arley for the championship for the boys at 6 o'clock tonight. Over on loser action, we know this ball game, Bigfork, Thompson Falls. The winner moves on to the 3 o'clock consolation championship with an opportunity to challenge depending on who wins the championship. For Loyola, who lost to Deer Lodge, they take on Anaconda, who was a 64-53 winner yesterday against Eureka, and will take on Loyola. That game happening at this time over at the middle school. Thompson Falls got here to this game with a 62-59 win over Mission yesterday. So now you should be caught up to date on all the happenings around here at the Western B here in Hamilton, Montana. Once again, James LaFontaine, great to be with you here this morning. And we'll bring you the second half here momentarily. Take a quick timeout from Hamilton, Montana. All right, we're back here for the second half. It'll be Thompson Falls basketball to start the second half. The Schrader brothers, Ryan and Nathan Schrader, along with Ethan Brown, Jack Green, and Cody Burke. For the Vikings, the starting lineups: Fisher, Epperly, Reichenbach, Thornes, and Bjorgi. Schrader. Nathan gives it over to Ryan. Over to Green on the left wing, back out to Ryan. Over to Brown. Out to Ryan Schrader, Green, back to Schrader, Brown, moving the basketball, looking for something over underneath, trying to, I think, get Colt in foul trouble, trying to feed it to Burke. Stolen away, Epperly reaches in on Schrader, Ryan Schrader, and strips it away between him and Bjorgi, and Epperly will bring it up the court. Guarded by Ryan Schrader. Epperly will kick it. Bjorgi can't handle the pass, doesn't turn around. Yeah, loose ball on the ground and picked up by Thompson Falls, Ryan Schrader. Over to Nathan Schrader. Nathan Schrader on the drive, gives it up to Brown. Brown back over to Green on the left wing. Ryan Schrader over to Brown. Brown right side. Looks underneath, gives it up to Green. Green looking to drive. Colt Thornes off the backboard, tips it out to Epperly. Epperly tips it out to himself. He's going to go coast to coast as Epperly takes it up. Stripped away by Ryan Schrader and out of bounds as Epperly went up for the layup. And it'll remain Bigfork basketball. They head right to left on your dial here. And Epperly the inbound for Bigfork. Tries to get to Colt Thornes. Thornes knocked down and knocked out of bounds by Thompson Falls. So Epperly will go to the other side. Far side, under their own court or backboard. Gives it over to Reichenbach. 3-point shot from the corner. Off the rim and it'll go. Burt flips it up and tipping it out as Colt Thornes. Reichenbach comes out with the loose ball. Fisher will give it out to Epperly at the top of the key for Bigfork. Backed out to Fisher. Going to set things up. Over to Epperly. In the corner, White Reichenbach. Reichenbach knocked away. Taken away by Schrader. Schrader's going to go coast to coast. Reichenbach coming from behind. Makes him shoot. Reverse layup. Misses it. And Bjorgi comes up with a rebound. Gives it up to Fisher. Over to Epperly. Epperly guarded, spin move, comes across the timeline, guarded by Green and Schrader. Gives it over to Fisher. Fisher out near half court, going to set things up. Over to Reichenbach. Reichenbach over to Epperly on the right wing. Fisher. Reichenbach left wing, gives it up to Thornes on the baseline. Thornes. Kick it out to Fisher. Over to Epperly. Epperly looking down, baseline, Colt Thornes. Thornes looking, kicks it out to Epperly. Epperly over the right side. Thornes free throw line. Pulls up the 3-point shot from the free throw line and misses it. And Bjorgi can't quite save it out of bounds under the near side in the front court, and turnover to Thompson Falls. Justin Morgan, Sidney Akindi checking in for Thompson Falls. Back in for Bigfork. It'll be Gilliard along with Van Kampen for the Vikes. Epperly and Fisher will sit down and take a blow. They need a break after playing yesterday. Got to keep some fresh legs out there. Schrader comes across the timeline for Thompson Falls. He'll give it over to Morgan. Morgan back to Schrader. Long 3-point shot on the way. Burt comes down with the rebound, stolen away by Van Kampen for Bigfork. He'll give it to Reichenbach. Reichenbach right back to Van Kampen. Van Kampen across the timeline. Over to Reichenbach. Gilliard. Reichenbach underneath. Van Kampen up. Shot on the way, up and good by Isaac Bjorgi on the baseline. And he'll go to the line to shoot the N1. And Bjorgi at the line, shooting the N1. That foul's on number 3, Nathan Schrader. That's his first team foul. And number 33, Trey Fisher comes in for Cody Burke. 5:19 to go here in the third quarter. 19-16 on your Bigfork Harvest Food scoreboard. And Bjorgi looking to add one more the old-fashioned way. Free throw shot up by Bjorgi. Rolls it in. Good, and a 4-point lead, 20-16 on your Harvest Food scoreboard. Schrader over to Morgan. Morgan in the corner. He'll give it up to Fisher. Fisher looking back out to Morgan. Over to Akindi. 3-point shot by Akindi. Off the mark. And Gilliard comes up with the rebound. Bounced around by Green. No foul called. He maintains control. Gives it up to Van Kampen. Van Kampen in the backcourt. Gives it over to White Reichenbach. Akindi quick as a cat. Nearly picks that off to go the other way. Vikings going to have crisp passes there to prevent the steal. Reichenbach inbounds in the backcourt to Van Kampen. Gilliard, free throw line, feeds it underneath to Colt Thornus, knocked away by Thompson Falls, and they'll pick it up in the corner. Does Fisher. Quickly up to Nathan Schrader. Schrader over to Morgan on the right wing, back in the corner to Fisher. Fisher looking underneath, stolen away by Gilliard, taken away from Green, kicked around. Akindi comes up with a loose ball. Akindi, top of the key, gives it over to Morgan, in the corner to Green. Green with the left hand over to Morgan. Akindi drives, baseline, loses out of bounds off of Fisher for Thompson Falls. It'll be Bigfork basketball, 4:19 to go. 2016 on your Gilliard Painting scoreboard, the Vikings lead. Gilliard, Thornus driving baseline, and a blocking foul there on Fisher. There's Colt being aggressive here in the second half. That is Fisher's second team foul on the near side. Van Kampen going to inbound. Gives it up to Colt Thornus. Thornus slapped, knocked away. Gilliard comes up the loose ball. Reichenbach out to Van Kampen. Van Kampen looking to set it up. Schrader trying to swipe it from behind. Wyatt Reichenbach underneath the Colt Thornus. And they're going to call a player control foul on Colt Thornus. That's his fourth. And Gabe Grindy will come back in for Bigfork along with Isaac Epperly for the Vikings. Not sure I agree with that call, but it is what it is. Into Schrader from Morgan. Back to Morgan on the right wing. In the corner, Akindi. Back out to Morgan. To Green. Green looking to drive. He's in the key. He's going to get caught for 3 seconds. Bjorgi blocks it, and Green's going to foul him. As Bjorgi blocks his shot, comes up with the ball. And that'll be the third team foul, third personal on Jack Green for Thompson Falls. Inbound to Epperly. Epperly across the timeline for the Vikings. He'll give it over to Reichenbach. It's up to Gilliard. Gilliard baseline to Bjorgi. Way to move the basketball as Gilliard hits Bjorgi cutting to the basket and scores two. 22-16, 3:27 to go on your Montana Athletic Cup scoreboard. Akindi looking to drive up and under. Misses it. Epperly comes down with a rebound. On the hard shot by Akindi. And Epperly will bring it across the timeline, guarded by Morgan. He'll feed it over to Gilliard. Gilliard to Reichenbach. Reichenbach looking. Back over to Epperly. Epperly to Gabe Grindy. Grindy looking to drive. Throws it up off the rim. Misses it. And Bjorgi tips it out, but Schrader comes up with a loose ball. He'll kick it in the right corner to Akindi. Akindi looking to drive. Throws it up off the backboard and good. For two, 22-18, 2:45 to go. Epperly over to Reichenbach. Back to Epperly in the backcourt. Epperly will bring it across the timeline for Bigfork. Gives it up to Gilliard at the top of the key. Gilliard corrals it back out to Epperly. Epperly near half court. Over to Gilliard left wing. In the left corner to Reichenbach. Looking to drive is Reichenbach. Gives it over to Epperly. Epperly left wing gives it to Grindy. Grindy looking to drive. And they're going to call a traveling violation on Gabe Grindy. And turnover by Bigfork to Thompson Falls. So Ryan Schrader, Cody Burke, and Ethan Brown back in for Thompson Falls. So Akindi, Schrader, Morgan, Brown, and Burke for Thompson Falls. For Bigfork, Epperly, Gilliard, Reichenbach, Bjorgi, and Grindy in the ballgame. Schrader, Ryan at top of the key in the ball game, gives it over to Brown. Brown back to Schrader. Over to Morgan on the left wing. Back to Schrader, top of the key. Looking to kick it down into Brown. Kicks it up, misses the shot. Schrader comes up with the rebound, rolls it up over the rim, and good. Schrader scores two within two. Thompson Falls at 22-20. Reichenbach back to Epperly. Epperly looking across the timeline. Pressure put on by Thompson Falls. Grandy with the basketball. Drives baseline, puts up a jumper, no good. Geared and Akindi come up with the rebound, tied up. The arrow points towards Bigfork. And Walker Fisher will come back in the ballgame for Bigfork replacing Gabe Grindy. So Colt Thornus in foul trouble again with 4. So he has to sit here the rest of the third quarter until coach can rely on him. Into Wyatt Reichenbach. Lazy pass stolen by Akindi, who's really quick. Lays it up left-handed past Epperly. And we're tied at 22. Fisher will give it back to Epperly. A little pressure put on by Thompson Falls. That Akindi is really quick. Sophomore for Thompson Falls. Fisher in the front court over to Epperly. Top of the key to Reichenbach. Fisher on the left wing gives it up to Gilliard. Gilliard back to Fisher. Over to Reichenbach. Right corner, right wing, to Epperly. Out to Reichenbach. Left wing, Fisher. Gilliard. 3-point shot by Epperly. A little strong. Gilliard right in there banging it. Comes up with a loose ball between him and Bjorgi. Will give it out to Reichenbach. Reichenbach over to Fisher on the left wing. And Fisher will bring it out with 35 seconds to go, looking for one shot as Coach Hollow calls for it. Reichenbach nearly stolen by Akindi. Fisher got to be really crisp with the passes around and stolen away by Green. Akindi with the basketball, looking to take it. It looked like he fell on his own. They're going to say Epperly tripped him up. And they're going to call foul on Isaac Epperly. That's his second team foul. And Thompson Falls will get it under the near court in the front court. Nathan Schrader back in. Cody Burke in the corner. Burke looking to go against. Out to Brown. Brown to Kendi. Over to Schrader. Ryan back to Brown. Brown on the right wing. Looking. Feeds underneath to Ryan Schrader. Schrader out of bounds. Off the knee of Bigfork. And 5 seconds to go here in the third quarter. We're tied at 22 on UPS Store scoreboard. Schrader to inbounds. Gets it to Akindi. Akindi, 3-point shot on the way. Off the rim and no good. Bjorgi comes up with the rebound, and he's going to get fouled by Ethan Brown right before the buzzer. And the foul's on number 14, Ethan Brown. And that'll be the 14th foul on Thompson Falls. And his first here in the second half. So 3 quarters in the book, a low-scoring ball game and loser-out action here in Hamilton, Montana. We're tied at 22 apiece on the UPS Store scoreboard. I'll be back momentarily with your fourth quarter action here from Hamilton, Montana, the 2020 Western B Divisional Basketball Tournament. All right, welcome back to Hamilton, Montana. Fourth quarter action, 8 minutes to go in loser-out action, and Thompson Falls with the basketball to start the fourth quarter. Schrader to Schrader. Kendi also in. Green and Burke for Thompson Falls. Colt Thorne is back in for Bigfork. Fisher, Epperly, Gilliard, along with Isaac Bjorgi. Kendi on the right wing for Thompson Falls. He'll dribble it up, kicks it out to Ryan Schrader, over to Green on the left wing. Trying to feed it underneath to Burke to get Colt out of the ballgame, I think. Akindi on the drive, and that's going to be number 5 on Colt Thornus. He's got to back off and stay in the ballgame. The senior fouls out with 7:32 to go in the ballgame, and Reichenbach will have to come back. Hopefully that's not his last ballgame for the senior Colt Thornus. Akindi will go to the line and shoot 2. That is the third team foul on Bigfork here in the second half. And McKinney's first shot is up and good. He'll get one more with 7:32 to go. Misses a second shot, but Green comes up with it. McKinney runs down the loose ball. Schrader with the basketball, looking to drive, throws it up. No good. Burt comes down with the rebound, knocked away by Bjorgi. And off of Fisher. Tried to get the loose ball, was on the ground. It'll be Maine Thompson Falls basketball. Schrader, Nathan to inbound for Thompson Falls, gives it to his brother Ryan. Ryan drives, gives it up to Akindi. Akindi over to Green in the corner. Left corner to Schrader. Ryan Schrader puts up a shot, rolls around off the rim, off the backboard, and falls for two. 7:08 to go, 25-22 on your Bigfork Village Flores scoreboard. Thompson Falls leads. Epperly back to Fisher. Fisher near half court for Bigfork. We'll have to take the rest of the ball game without Colt Thornus and fouled out of the ball game. Reichenbach gets into Gilliard. Gilliard shot up and good for the left elbow, and Bigfork will take a timeout. So a big shot by the freshman lefty Bryce Gilliard to pull the Vikes within one. 25-24, 6:44 to go here in this loser out action. There is no tomorrow for the loser. The winner will move on to the Consolation Championship this afternoon at 3 o'clock. And a full timeout taken by Bigfork. 25-24, Thompson Falls leads on your Bigfork Village Flores scoreboard. I'll be back with the rest of the ball game here from Hamilton, Montana. Welcome back to Hamilton, Montana. Western B Divisional Basketball Tournament 2020. And the Blue Hawks up by one, 25-24. And with the basketball as Gilliard scored the last bucket. Ryan gets it from Nathan, brings it up the court, guarded by Epperly. Epperly reaches in and commits a foul near half court, trying to poke it away. And that'll be the second personal on Isaac. 14th foul. Into Schrader, back to Nathan from Ryan. Nathan looking to drive, gives it to Cody Burke. Burke up, blocked there partially by Bjorgi, and drops for Cody Burke. And into Fisher. Fisher, Kendi guarding Fisher. Epperly across the timeline, will give it up to Fisher. Fisher brings it into the front court. Looking to set it up. Gives it over to Wyatt Reichenbach. Reichenbach, right side back to Fisher. Fisher looking to shoot that three-point over to Reichenbach. Trying to spread the floor, get that three-point shot off. Epperly looking. Gets it underneath. Bjorgi left-handed misses it. But right there is Wyatt Reichenbach with the rebound. Puts it back up, but he's fouled on the rebound before he's able to put it back up. So the bucket doesn't count. That'll be the fourth. Number 15, Jack Green. And he'll have to come out of the ball game. Jack Green and Ryan Schrader come out. Justin Morgan, Ethan Brown come back in for Thompson Falls. Inbound, Gilliard, jump shot off the backboard. Nice way to use the bank open on Saturday for Bryce Gilliard. Scores it. The Vikes within one. McKinney throws it up, wild shot. Bryce Gilliard with the rebound for Bigfork. 5:49 to go. Fisher with the basketball and brings it across the timeline. We'll give it to Epperly out to near half court. Over to Wyatt Reichenbach on the right wing. Throws it, and Fisher's going to be able to run off his foot. Couldn't run it down, and a turnover by Bigfork. And Van Kampen will come in for Fisher. Returning for Thompson Falls is Trey Fisher. And inbound to Morgan. Morgan right wing will kick it out to a Kenny, top of the key to Burke. Burke free throw line, Morgan. Morgan three-point shot on the way is good from the right wing. Can't leave him open like that. Inbound to Reichenbach, over to Eppley, back to Reichenbach. Eppley looking, pressure put on by Thompson Falls as they pick up three-quarters court. Eppley picks up his dribble, gets it over to Gilliard, Gilliard to Reichenbach. Back to Eppley, Eppley. Wyatt Reichenbach on the left wing, gives it out to Van Kampen. Van Kampen top of the key, Wyatt Reichenbach, thought about the three, back to Van Kampen. Over to Reichenbach, Reichenbach looking. Van Kampen needs to shoot that shot. Epperly on the drive, puts it up, and no foul called. And Thompson Falls comes away with it. Nathan Schrader with the basketball. Gives it over to Morgan. Morgan out to Akindi, back to Morgan. Out near the top of the key is Morgan. Over the left side to Akindi. Back to Morgan to Akindi. Kendi left wing, driving is Fisher. Fisher tries to go up and under Nathan Schrader. Back to Morgan, over to Akindi. Akindi on the drive. He's going to run into, dishes it off to Fisher. And Fisher scores on a nice pass from Akindi. 32-26, 4:10 to go. The Vikings down by 6 to Thompson Falls. Up to Bjorgi across the timeline, back out to Epperly, then to Van Kampen. Van Kampen top of the key. Over to Reichenbach. Reichenbach trying to get off that three-point shot. He's open, puts up the three from the right wing and drains it from the left wing, does Wyatt Reichenbach. So moving that basketball quickly to get an open look, and Wyatt gets it and drains it and pulls the Vikes within 3 at 32-29 on your Montana Athletic Club scoreboard with 3:50 to go and a full timeout taken here in Hamilton, Montana. I'll be back with the rest of the fourth quarter as the Vikes trail 32-29 here in loser-out action and at the Western B Division Basketball Tournament. Well, welcome back to Hamilton, Montana. James LaFontaine, the voice of the Vikes, about with you. And the Vikings on an uphill battle as they trail by 3 in loser-out action, but plenty of time, 3:50 to go, and Thompson Ball's inbounds. And if you didn't hear it, Colt Thorne is out with 5 fouls, so missing the big man. Somebody else is going to have to step up. Morgan with the basketball on the front court for Thompson Falls. They'll give it over to Kendi on the left side. Back to Morgan. Patiently. Like Bigfork, Thompson Falls moving the basket around, making Bigfork come out. Bigfork, and looks like a 1-3-1 defense. Morgan shoots a three-point shot. It's going to roll out of bounds. It'll be Bigfork basketball. And it's probably an ill-advised shot by Morgan. Jake Mickelson wants him taking a good shot. He made the last one, and it will be Bigfork basketball, 3:22 to go. Reichenbach inbound to Epperly. Three-quarter pressure by Thompson Falls. Van Kampen. Morgan swiping, and Van Kampen gives it up to Epperly. Epperly back to Van Kampen. Cross timeline to Wyatt Reichenbach. Reichenbach to Van Kampen. Van Kampen over to Epperly. Back to Van Kampen. Reichenbach, left wing, Van Kampen. Looking to shoot that three is Reichenbach. Epperly on the right wing, dumps it down to Bjorgi. Bjorgi looking to drive baseline on Burke. Up and under, a reverse layup by Isaac Bjorgi. Goes to the right side, up around the left side, and rolls it off the backboard within 1, and pulls the Vikings with 1. And Nathan Schrader steps out of bounds by his pressure put on by Wyatt Reichenbach. And a turnover to Bigfork. 2:42 to go. And the Vikes within 1. Fisher replaces Van Kampen. Reichenbach to inbound, gets it up to Fisher. Fisher over to Epperly. Epperly in the backcourt. He'll bring it across the timeline. Near half court, gives it over to Reichenbach. Reichenbach out to Epperly. Over to Fisher in the corner. Back to Fisher from Bjorgi. Top of the key. Epperly over to Fisher. Reichenbach kicks it inside. Gilliard, jump shot, rolls around, no good. Punched out by Bjorgi, and Akindi tried to get on a breakaway, and Epperly is going to foul him in the backcourt. That's only going to be the 15th foul on Bigfork. And that's a third on Epperly, and probably a good foul by Epperly. It kept Akindi from the breakaway. Akindi gets it in from Morgan, back to Akindi, over to Green. Green on the right wing, gives it inside to Burke. Burke jumping up, puts it up against Gilliard, and Burke a little bit stronger than Gilliard, puts it in with a 34-31 lead, under 2 minutes to go. Epperly across the timeline for Bigfork. Looking to set it up, gets over to Fisher on the right wing. Back to Epperly. To Fisher, right wing, guarded by Akindi. Back out to Epperly. Epperly top of the key to Fisher. Fisher looking to launch that three, and he's wide open. Epperly, top of the key, over to Reichenbach. Reichenbach. Epperly. Gives it to Bjorgi. Bjorgi backed out to Epperly. Right side underneath the Bjorgi. Bjorgi's going to go up, and he's going to get fouled by Burke as Bjorgi tried to drive it and shoot that reverse layup again. That's the third on Cody Burke, and the 16th foul. One more. Bigfork will be in the bonus, 1-1. Fisher inbounding. Got Reichenbach wide open, didn't see him. Epperly, top of the key. Banged by Akindi. Akindi right there. Takes it up left hand, misses it. Knocked out of bounds by Green as Reichenbach right there to grab the rebound. 1:17 to go. 34-31 on the UPS Store scoreboard. And the Vikings trail by 3. Inbound to Epperly. Akindi went up a little bit strong, and Reichenbach there having a heck of a ball game. Fisher brings it across the timeline, and Bigfork will take a timeout. Like I said, Reichenbach is really doing a great job on the board, shooting the threes and making them today, and banging on the boards. Hollow got his play 30-second timeout taken, and he's drawing on the floor. Not really, on his little pad down there. Tell him, hey, what we need to get. We trail by 3, 106. Really don't need a three-pointer here, but just need a good shot to push it. Because the Vikings, they get fouled. They're on the 1-and-1 and can shoot free throws. Only 5 team fouls against Bigfork. It'll take 2 more to put Thompson Falls in a 1-on-1 situation with 1:06 to go. Fisher on the far side in front of the score table. He'll inbound it to Epperly. Fisher gets it back from Epperly. Morgan guarding Fisher. Fisher looking. Epperly. Green's got to be careful. He's got 4. Walker Fisher over to Reichenbach. Left side back to Epperly. Top of the key. Gilliard jump shot from the free throw line. Misses it. Gets his own rebound. Does the freshman Gilliard. And he'll go to the free throw line because that'll put him in the 1-and-1. That's going to be on number 3. And that'll be his second on Nathan Schrader. And a 1-on-1 opportunity for the freshman Bryce Gilliard to bring the Vikes within 2 with 46.3 to go. Shot up. Oh, in and out. Burt comes up with the rebound for Thompson Falls and gives it up to Nathan Schrader. Akindi with the basketball. Throws it over. Nathan Schrader back out to Morgan. Morgan looking. Gives it to Schrader. Schrader out to Morgan. Morgan over to Akindi. Akindi. And foul there by Fisher. So Akindi will go to the line. No, that is only the 16th foul. The foul's on Walker Fisher. That is Walker Fisher's first, only the 16th foul. So the next foul by the Vikings will put Thompson Falls in the bonus 1-and-1. And Gilliard misses the front end at 1-and-1. And like you said the other day, free throws wins it down the stretch. And key free throws we needed right there. They trail by 3, still an opportunity. Next foul, they got to foul him quickly, force him to the line and shoot the 1-and-1, and hopefully they miss one and can get the rebound and push it up the court with plenty of time. So 34-31 full timeout taken by Thompson Falls with 27.7 to go on your Bigfork Harvest Food scoreboard. The Vikes trail by 3. I'll be back with the rest of the fourth quarter here from Hamilton, Montana. All right, welcome back with 27.7 to go. Thompson Falls in the front court. Nathan Schrader to inbound for T Falls. And a 3-point lead, 34-31. In the backcourt to Akindi. Akindi gets it over to Green. Green underneath the Burke. Burke's going to put it up off the backboard and good for 2. Up to Epperly quickly. They got to score. Epperly looking. Gives it over to Bjorgi, long 3-point shot on the way. It drains it from about 25 feet. Does Isaac Epperly pulls within 2 with 8.3 to go. Epperly looking to pass to somebody, gives it up to Bjorgi. Bjorgi passes back out to him, and about 5 feet beyond the 3-point arc, Epperly puts it up and puts it down and brings the Vikes within 2. With 8.3 to go. Van Kampen back in for the Vikings. A full timeout taken by Bigfork. So the Vikes, what do they have to do? We're going to stay right here. They need to foul quickly and put Thompson Falls at the free throw line and hope they miss the front end and the 1-and-1. Well, who are the worst shooters for Thompson Falls? I'd probably say Green or Burke are probably the ones they got to foul, hopefully, with an opportunity. That's all Bigfork can ask for. Within 2. And Thompson Falls will take it out in the backcourt on the far side, and they got to get it full court. Got to watch out for a breakaway. Burke way back, Gideon will guard him. Gets it into Schrader. They got to foul quickly, and that'll put Morgan at the line for Thompson Falls as they let 3 seconds run off here. Not sure who was going to foul. That's a 7th-team foul. And it looks like the first personal on Isaac Bjorgi. Morgan. A 1-and-1. Fisher back in for Bigfork. I'm not sure why they don't have anybody to box out the shooter. Morgan misses it. Quickly up the key court. Time runs out. Bjorgi throws it up. Wrong person to have the basketball. Should have called a timeout. Bjorgi trying to get it to Epperly and dribbles it up and doesn't have an opportunity. So the Vikings take this one on the chin, had an opportunity, and they'll lose 36-34 in a heck of a ball game this morning. Low scoring. But I put Thompson Falls in the consolation championship against the winner between Anaconda and Loyola. I'll bring your full game stats here momentarily. So Reichenbach got the rebound and gives it up, gives it to Bjorgi, probably the wrong guy you want handling the basketball at the end. And I'll try to get your full game stats here in just a moment from Hamilton, Montana, and wrap this thing up. Well, that'll wrap things up. Welcome back to Hamilton, Montana post-game show brought to you by Bigfork Village Floors. Supporting the youth and activities of Bigfork for 43 years. Remember Village Floors for all your floral and gift-giving needs. Old Town Square, 8111 Highway 35 in Bigfork, 837-4282. Bonnie Norsh and the gang at Bigfork Village Floors. I'll try to get your post-game in here. Let's take a look at the stats. Bigfork had an opportunity at the end. Just a different team when your 6'7" senior fouls out. And the guys really stepped up. And take a look at your full game stats. First of all, I'll take a look here just one moment. Thompson Falls wrapping things up. And that big 2 by Cody Burke down the stretch, probably the difference for Akindi. With 13 for Thompson Falls, 3 by Nathan Schrader, 5 by Ryan Schrader, 3 by Morgan on a big three-pointer. Green with 4, and Fisher with 2, 6 by Cody Burke, all in the fourth quarter. And they win this one 36-34. Bigfork had a chance at the end, but the wrong person had the basketball as Reichenbach on the missed free throw by Morgan gets a rebound, kicks it out to Epperly, gets it over to Bjorgi, who had it and was dribbling and should have gave it up to one of the other guys. Couldn't quite get it to him and couldn't get a shot off at the buzzer. For the Vikings, well, Reichenbach, nice game by him. 5 in the first half, 3 in the second, 2 3-pointers, 8 total, 3 by Walker Fisher on a 3-pointer. 6 points by Bryce Giddy, the freshman coming off the bench. He did a great job as well. 5 points by Isaac Epperly. 10 leading the way is Isaac Bjorgi. Colt Thorntis with only 2. And a big difference right there, but Bjorgi really picked up the slack there by scoring 10 and leading the way. So Bjorgi and Reichenbach leading the way for the Vikes, 10 and 8 respectively, and they wrap up the season. They finished 2-2 against Thompson Falls, so they split in the regular season and split on the postseason. That means the Vikings are done for the season, and things look bright though. I'll say that for next year. We graduate the 3 seniors, Colt Thorntis, Wyatt Reichenbach, and also Asher Van Kampen. But a lot of young kids, especially freshmen. You think of Gilliard, you think of Epperly, some of the other kids. Grindy will be back for next year. It was great calling the Vikings all year long. Up and down season at times, but you know, that's how it is when you have a young team after winning back-to-back state championships and those guys graduating. I want to thank you for joining me on the Vikings Network, BFSD events here on YouTube, and that wraps up the Viking season as they lose by 2 in a low-scoring ball game, 36-34 to the Thompson Falls Blue Hawks, who move on to the championship ball game at 3 o'clock this afternoon. Here, taking on the winner of Loyola and Anaconda, and I'll have those scores for you later. Tell you all about that during the Valkyries championship game tonight at 7:30. Once again, this is James LaFontaine, the voice of the Vikes and the Vows from Hamilton, Montana. The final, Thompson Falls 36, the Vikings 34. Wherever you are, thanks and have a great morning here for the Western B Divisional Basketball Tournament. Thank you, and good afternoon or good morning.